Hello friends, welcome once again to another video related to WordPress development. In the previous video, we discussed about how to add domain name to a hosting service. We also discussed how to transfer WordPress files to the domain file manager. So using the file manager of the hosting, we transferred WordPress files in the file manager of the domain. Now in this video you will learn how to transfer database from XAMPP localhost in your computer to your hosting. So first of all you have to make sure your XAMPP control panel is actually running, because we need to transfer our WordPress website from our local computer to the hosting that we have purchased. So here Apache and MySQL server are running. Simply click on this admin. So in your favorite browser, this will simply open the localhost phpMyAdmin, or you can type this address directly also, localhost and phpMyAdmin. Here we have these databases. So when we were creating our website, we created one such database. For example, this site DB is there, and when you will go to WP options, so you will see the URL. So this is the localhost URL, my website. So this is currently our website that we have just created. So in the previous steps you created something like this. We learned how to create all this. Now we also have a domain. Although this may not be the most suitable domain for this type of website, but this is just for demonstration purpose. So you can see currently error establishing a database connection, because we have only transferred the files from the WordPress. So we have only transferred these files to the file manager. So here in our hosting, you can see we have this file manager. Inside our file manager, we transferred all these files. So now once these files are transferred in this file manager, and when we are opening this website, we are getting error establishing a database connection, because this database, the site DB database, has not been transferred. Now first of all you have to export this database. So when you will export this database, it will be in SQL format. So currently the file is sitedb.sql, which will be saved inside my downloads folder. Now here in our cPanel, we have to go to MySQL databases. Now there are 3 to 4 steps for creating a database. So we will call it sitedb. So this complete thing will be the name of the database with this prefix and this name. So now this database is created. All you have to do is you have to kind of note down these things, because for connecting your files with your database, these things will be needed. Now go back, your database is created. Now you have to create the user. So SDBUSR. So I'm going to name this user as this. I will generate a random password which I will copy and use this password. You can see it is very strong. Create user. So now in the same notepad file, I will save the password, and I will also save the name of user. So now this name of user is saved. So these 3 things are needed. The 4th thing is localhost. This is the name of server. You remember from the previous videos that host, user, password and database name. These are the 4 things that are needed to connect to any database. Now there is one more step remaining. Now you can see there is one more option, add user to database. From here, you have to add the user to the database. So select the user in the user part, database in the database part, and click on add. When you will do this, give all privileges, make changes, and now it is done. So now you can see user with this username and with this database has the privileges. Now we have to go to the file manager part where we uploaded our files. From here we have to open wp config file. So here we will open wp config file, click edit, and from here you will see the username is written as root. So we will name it as USR. The password which we copied in the previous step, we will use this password. Host will be written as DB host, and finally the database name which we created as this data name will be created. Now I will make the changes. So now my database has been connected with my WordPress. Now it's time to upload the database. So again go back to your cPanel. From here select PHP My Admin. Remember you may have to visit this video again and again. You will be able to find out these things. So now here is the database part. From here you have to go to your database which is given here, this site DB. Now inside this site DB database you have to previously we exported the database. Here you have to import the database, and now select the file which we downloaded just after exporting from here. So you have to select that file. So sitedb.sql is now selected and press go, and now you will see that the database has been created. Now previously we were seeing a database connection error here. Just reload it, and now you will see a website here. So our website which we developed in the local host is now available for anyone to see because we have uploaded this site to the domain name, and the domain name that we are using here is this particular domain name which is given by our client. This is just for demonstration purpose. So here you can see when you will go to the PHP My Admin, you will see in PHP My Admin on this left hand side, here you will see list of various databases. My hosting is a multi-domain hosting. For security reasons, I have blurred the name of those databases, but the database which we created and which we uploaded here is this sitedb database. In this database there is an option called WP options. So we need to make some changes in this WP options as well. So just just expand this database. If you have only one database, then you have no problem. You just have to go to this particular table. So our database is collection of tables. So for example, in WP post table, we have data about all the posts that are there in WordPress, all the pages, all the media, everything is stored inside WP post table. Then we have WP users table where all usernames and passwords are stored. We have WP comments table. When users comment on our website, it is stored here. WP links is there, terms is there. So you don't have to worry about these things. You just have to focus on WP options for now. So Once you will click on WP options table, just look at here. So this simply says, let me select a different color. So you will see here that we are inside table WP options. Okay. So you are inside WP options table, and here you will see site URL and home URL. This simply means where you have installed your WordPress files, and so this is the directory and what you want to keep as your home page. So for this example, you have to replace these values with the value of the domain name. So this was our domain name. This was our option when we kind of hosted our website in the local host. But since we have transferred this website to a domain name, the domain name that we used just for demonstration purpose is dharnmagri.in. So we use this domain name. So now I'm going to update this domain name here. So now you can see I will double click here and I will replace it with my domain name. Similarly, I will double click here also and replace it with my domain. So home page URL means what URL will users see when they will visit your website. So means this is the actual home page, and site URL is basically somewhere where you have installed your WordPress. So we have installed our WordPress in dharnagri.in. We want to keep the home page also as the same thing. Now once this is done, now when you will visit your website, so now when you will visit your website, you will have no problem in accessing your website. So this is how you can transfer a website that you created in your local computer using XAMPP. The local WordPress website has now been transferred to a server. This is the simple process. So when everything is working fine, just reload it, and here type /wp -admin, means you want to log in as an administrator here. So you just have to type wp -admin here. You have to mention the ID and password that you created at the time of creating WordPress website. So I told you to remember that ID password. So the website which is in our localhost /my website. So first of all, I will log out from here. So I created this domain, created the username as coffee. So it is completely irrelevant here, but again, this is our domain, this is our username, and this is the password. So all we have to do is we have to just mention the ID and password. Remember, we are inside dharnagri.in /wp-admin. Now you can save this also, and now you are logged in here. Now you can manage your posts, you can manage your pages, you can add more content, you can configure your website. You can always go to settings and general, and here you can set your domain name and password and all whatever you want to set. From here you can go to users. So from here you can always change your password and details, and you can change this website to your new website. So now your website has been transferred here. Now in the next parts we will learn how to use the automatic installer in the hosting. So in the hosting there is this automatic installer. This can install these scripts. For example, WordPress, Joomla, Abentekart. We have WordPress here. So it can install WordPress automatically in any particular domain name. So we will see how we can do that in the next chapter.